If you've been feeling the pinch, it's because, according to data provided by the Economist Intelligence Unit, the cost of living for city has risen at its fastest rate in 5 years. According to a poll conducted by the journal The Economist, the cost of living has increased over the world, owing in part to the COVID-19 epidemic. So in this video, we will tell you about top 10 expensive cities in the world, but before you begin watching the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. So let's begin our countdown. 10. Osaka City is at number 10. With its millions of residents, Osaka is one of Japan's two major financial centers, alongside Tokyo. Visitors should budget for a large amount of money, especially for lodging. The rent per square meter is significantly higher than in the rest of the country, which is already expensive. You may think that Tokyo will have a lower cost of living than Osaka, but the data show that this Japanese city, that has a living cost rating of 94, is a little more expensive than the country's capital. Although the cost of many items and services in Osaka is exorbitant, budget-conscious visitors can still enjoy the city's famous and reasonably priced street food. 9. The Angel City. Los Angeles is at number 9 in this list, the place where the stars reside. Few towns in the United States conjure up images of grandeur and money like this megacity in California. Aspiring actors and filmmakers from all over the world flock to this multi-billion-dollar entertainment hub. Although the expense of living in this large Southern California city is exorbitant, there is no better location to be for many beach lovers and budding performers. Los Angeles was ranked 9th, with a score of 96, just 4 points behind New York City. 8. Copenhagen is ranked number 8. The cost of living in Denmark's capital is likewise high. Food, alcohol, and consumer goods are 40% more expensive here than in the rest of the EU. However, this does not deter individuals, particularly young students, from wanting to live there. It's also conveniently positioned for residents who want to visit the remainder of Scandinavia or the European continent, which can be reached by ferry. The cost of living study for 2021 gave this northern, waterbound city a score of 97. While the cost of food and housing in Copenhagen is exorbitant, the city is populated with residents who prefer to ride their bikes rather than drive, which you think will make gas and transportation prices more manageable. 7. The city of Geneva. A story goes about that a regular chicken sandwich costs more in Geneva than anywhere else on the planet. But what does this tell about a country's overall cost of living? Quite a bit. Actually, many international organizations have their headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland. By the way, the average club sandwich here costs over $32. Geneva is the second Swiss city to make it into the top 10. The costly metro is located on the huge Lake Geneva near the French-Swiss border. The city is also the headquarters of the United Nations and the Red Cross in Europe. 6. New York City. Not only is New York the most expensive city in America, it's uncommon to come across New Yorkers who were born and raised in the city. Even well-paid financial experts are having difficulty finding an affordable place in Manhattan these days. The most valuable ones are worth tens of millions of dollars. New York City, which served as the survey's baseline, received a score of 100 and was ranked 6th. Due to the high cost of everything from food to gas, the city has long been on the list. 5. Hong Kong is on number 5. Because of its astronomical rents, Hong Kong, a former British colony that is now one of China's special administrative regions, is also high on the list. The metropolis is one of the world's most densely populated cities, and it's not uncommon to find modest rooms for rent in one of the city's many buildings for $2,260 per month. Despite the fact that Hong Kong is a Chinese special administrative area, it was judged alongside the world's largest and most expensive metros. In 2021, Hong Kong had the world's most expensive petrol prices, with an average cost of $2.50 a liter, among other things. The outcome was a living cost rating of 101 for the year 2021. 4. Zurich. Despite the fact that living expenditures in Switzerland are usually high, they are especially so in Zurich. Rents have risen dramatically in recent years, owing in part to immigration, and there are few available apartments. According to government statistics, the average rent in the city is $450 per square meter. It's no surprise that the world's financial and banking capital is also one of the most expensive cities on the planet. The city is as pricey as it is attractive, with a cost of living rating of 103 due to its mountainous location on Lake Zurich. 3. Singapore. Singapore, an island city-state, is right up there with Paris this year. Aside from its wealth, the Southeast Asian financial center is also notorious for its harsh policies, using someone else's unsecured wireless network in secret, for example, is absolutely prohibited. Anyone who does so faces a punishment of $11,300. Singapore has long been praised for its spotlessly clean buildings and streets, But it seems out that living in the world's cleanest city comes at a cost. With a score of 104, the metro is tied with Paris as the most expensive city in South Asia. 2. The city of Paris. In 2020, Paris was at the top of the list. It's only in second place this year. The French capital has long been one of the world's most costly cities, but that hasn't prevented tourists from flocking in droves. One of the attractions for many is a visit to the Moulin Rouge in the Montmartre area, France's iconic capital. In addition to housing the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and the gleaming Champs-Élysées, is also the world's second most expensive city, with a local cost of living of 104. 1. Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv has overtaken Paris as one of the most expensive cities this year. The Israeli beachfront city of Tel Aviv came out on top in a survey of the world's most expensive cities conducted by The Economist. The study, which looked at the cost of living in 173 locations in 2021, discovered that supply chain issues have resulted in a sharp rise in costs. Efforts to contain the COVID-19 epidemic continue to have an impact on output and trade. That was all there was to it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Please share your thoughts in the comments box below and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Keep safe, and we'll be back with another video shortly.